Drake, album review. If you're reading this, it's too late.
God damn it.
God damn it. So this was a complete surprise album. He pulled one out of the rabbit hole just same way Beyonce did last year. You know, I think we're probably gonna see bigger artists be able to do this and be successful at it. The first thing that I completely took away from this project was the production. I don't think I've ever really gotten on any Drake project for the production. You know, obviously, I think he has a really good ear for beats, but I think that this was the best beat selection that I've ever heard him pick or go over. With Drake, there's things that I'm gonna love, there's things that I'm going to give him a pass on, and then there's things that I'm gonna just shake my head at. And I think he gave me all three of those on this project right here. The way he starts it off with Legend, you know, that sing rap type of thing, I really wasn't overall feeling it sonically on that intro, but I understand where he was coming from, because if that motherfucker died today, he would be a legend in music. So I get it. I feel like it was real for him and him being honest. That second track, Energy, I thought that was really dope. Madonna, I thought that beat right there, that was by far my favorite beat on this. And when I first heard that song, I was like, what the fuck is, what the fuck are you doing? Like Drake, like, so when he started that shit, I'm like, okay. He named the track Madonna, which is a white girl, and we know that, like, when rappers talk about white women and stuff like that, it's cocaine. So I was like, okay, so is he talking at the beginning of this song like he was high off of cocaine or some shit? Once I wrapped my head around that, then I was okay with him sounding like that. Now, is that the real reason why he sounded like that? And I don't know. I thought it was a little weird, but once I made that correlation, if it's right or wrong, it's in my brain, and I was cool with it after that. 10 bands I thought was hard. I think at this point, we know what Drake is. I don't think that he is gonna give me anything new or anything that is like groundbreaking or earth-shattering. So again, like I said, man, he's gonna give me some shit that I really love. He's gonna give me some shit that I'm gonna give him a pass on, and he's gonna give me some shit that I'm just like, okay.
So when you first started this, you said album. Do you think it's truly an album, or do you think it's an?
It says Cash Money Records. Yeah.
So that means that it's an album.
It's an official.
He dropped it as an album. Yeah, it was supposed to.
But
be
he keeps saying mixtape.
Because it was supposed to be a mixtape, and then he dropped it as an album. So what they're saying,
it's his way to get out.
Yeah, it's his way of completing his contract.
Do 4 albums.
Yeah, with Cash Money.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's why he kind of just put it out as an album.
Yep. Cause that's not like Drake. Cause Drake, contrary to Mike's belief, this motherfucker be in the studio and he goes over his lyrics and he's very like particular about. Cause I'm just talking shit, but
I agree with you.
Yeah, he's very particular about everything he puts out. So for this to just come out of, that's unlike Drake. That's never been Drake's MO. So
he's not pulling a Beyonce.
I don't think so. I don't think from a strategy standpoint that he's doing that. I think he's doing it because he just wants this Cash Money, Young Money thing to kind of just be over. And I think I can't remember the name of the song, but you know, he's like, I don't like acting no more to all of these rap niggas. So I took,
acting days are over.
Yeah, my acting days are over. So I kind of almost took that like a shot of Birdman and that whole camp and everything that's going on now, and especially how disrespectful that, you know, Rich Gang and all of them are now with Young Thug talking about his next album gonna be called the Carter 6 or some shit. So that's how I took it, and we know that Drake is a subliminal guy. He'll say everything that's happening without saying your name. So that's how I took it.
Tigger.
Huh?
Tiger.
I always do that.
I always do that.
Damn, yeah, so I think, you know, shots at Tiger, shots at Birdman, shots at Rich Gang. Kanye?
I don't know if it really was, but it sounded like it. That blood on the leaves line.
Oh.
No, he just brought Kanye out in the show.
I don't know, it just seemed kind of just weird. I don't know.
I thought it was just the line. Yeah.
But I think overall, man, Drake just gets a pass, or just overall, because it's like, who else is making this? Like, who else is making this?
Get a pass for what?
Just for making this type of music, for
what
being
type of music?
Bitch rap.
Yeah, sing songy. Like is this R&B or is this rap, or like I don't know, man. Like, but okay, can you?
He rapped more on this album than he
I
has
don't know
ever.
what you're talking about, FIFO.
What the fuck is that?
I would agree with you with any other album but this one.
No.
Rap the whole album. Damn, you need to put that in your pocket or something,
dude,
dog.
man, it's just sad, man. man. I can't remember. His
He
name.
rapped damn near every
Jungle.
song.
That fucking song. No. He rapped more. No, he rapped more. I definitely agree. I
It's
think
like
that's
90%
why.
of the album was rapping.
Definitely.
90?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. That was
Yeah.
one of the things I know. I was like, dang, he's not singing a lot on this album.
nice.
Because that he
Okay.
always said
But you know what? You might be getting, because like he wasn't like just spitting. There were certain songs where he was doing that weird talk singy thing.
Yeah,
it
see,
was.
and that's the same thing I said. Oh, damn, what's the name of the album? What was it? Don't make me
Care.
catch a body like that.
Oh,
he was doing that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, he was.
He was doing
But
that
it's not
shit.
really singing.
It's not, and that's
I
why
get
it's a
you.
pass.
I get you. I get you.
Like
That's
you
kind of part
can't
of his
get on
style,
him.
though.
It is part of his stuff, but that's what I'm saying. He gets a pass because what? Can you give Kendrick a pass for doing shit like this?
But Kendrick doesn't do it.
And that's why I say he created his own lane. That's why he gets.
Kendrick
a pass.
does a little voice thing with his voice that people don't like.
Does something like that sometimes.
Well,
He does do that.
but okay.
It's just not all harmony like this is.
But and he does the thing with his voice, a little alien voice that
Yeah,
people
that's
are
fine.
all of a sudden not liking.
Other rappers do that.
He's just saying Drake is the only one that really has this on lock. Like this is Drake's sound. If anybody else does that,
It's Drake.
then you're biting Drake. Period.
Right, he got it on lock. What's wrong with that?
There's nothing
Nothing
wrong.
wrong with it. You just trying
You
to
saying
fight
he
him
keeps
for
getting the
no-
pass. He's saying he's getting the pass like it's a
You
problem
drinking
with
Haterade
it.
this morning, man? What's the problem, man?
No, I was asking. No, I was just trying to understand what he was saying. That's all.
I'm just saying he gets a pass.
Because if someone came to you and was like, "Yo, I found this rapper, and he does this like rap singy song thing." Now this is discounting you've heard Drake. If someone said, "Would that sound appealing to you at all?"
You know what? I don't know
No.
because Ja Rule used to do it. Ja Rule was doing
Or
the
you
singing
gave
thing.
the worst example in all of
I'm just-
history.
I'm-
You fuck with Ja Rule like that?
No, I'm just saying that he used to do it, then 50 started doing the singing thing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think I would necessarily, walk away from that. I would like, okay, let me hear it. Do I like the songs? And let me see,
If you stopped at Ja Rule, I would definitely walk away from that.
I would probably walk away
Yeah,
if
50 did do that, you're
yeah,
right.
but 50 kind of jumped on Ja and then came back and did his own thing, kind of did it himself. So yeah, I can't say that I would. I like this tape, man. I don't have any issues with it, really. I like it, man. I think one of the things that I liked about it was I definitely liked the beat selection, and I like the fact that Drake is actually. To me, it sounded like he switched up his own style, and he started to do some of that on the last album. Nothing Was the Same, but on this one, it's like he went all the way in and started. His flows are different. Like even on one song, he's doing like this whole like I don't know what he was doing. His voice, he was doing something weird with his voice. It was kind of all of a kind of deeper side. And something like that. I don't know. I can't really.
But you liked it though?
Huh?
Yeah, like okay, so like his flow on Six God, right? Where like I felt like that was extremely lazy, even for Drake. That was extremely lazy, dog. Like, come on, Drake.
Oh,
That sound is popular though.
yeah, it is. It's a popular song.
I haven't heard nobody sound like that.
Rap
Six God?
lazy like that?
Hold on.
What are you talking about? Like that is popular. Spitting ain't popular.
When Drake does something like that, and Mike's right, people are doing that now because Drake was one of the first ones to really go out and do it. Like with 0 to 100, people are really starting to rap like that more and more. And I guarantee you that after this project drops, you're gonna have more people trying to rap like the way Drake was rapping on this particular album too. But I like the fact that one of the things that we said on the last review is that he's tired of people really criticizing him and talking about that. On this particular project, he addressed that on more than one occasion. In this album, the song that he talked about that he called his mom. When he was talking about that, as well. You don't like that either. What's wrong with it, man?
I'm not saying anything. Go ahead.
No, like we're talking. This is a review. We're having a conversation.
Your opinion. I'll wait till you're done.
No, it's
I got
fine.
respect.
Huh?
Like you.
No, it's cool. No, I'm serious. It's cool.
You asked me, did I like what song?
No, you just started laughing when he was talking about when the
You
song
call
was
his mama.
I mean, but what did you expect? What's wrong with that though?
They picking on me, mama. I'm tired of this, mama. I'm about to go hard on these niggas, mama. They won't stop though, mama. Come on, dude. I was crying that whole song because I thought he meant mama like my girl. Like, what up, mama?
I
thought he meant that until I listened to the song again. I was like, he's really
called
calling his mother.
But that lot of
He's
rappers
leaving
say they
a
do,
voicemail for his mother about how he's
Was it a
upset.
voicemail? I thought it was
That's what
a
it sounded
phone
like.
number.
It sounded like he was leaving a long
I thought
voicemail
it
for
was
his
cool,
mother.
You just doing that because it's Drake.
I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. I was like, you're really
It's funny
calling
because
mama?
it's Drake, though.
Yes, that's exactly why it's funny.
But I just like what he was saying, like that he got whatever, a lot of stuff that he was feeling off his chest,
But I feel like he always does that though, but in a better way.
Huh?
I feel like he always does that, but just in a better way. I feel like he always addresses things.
Everything that's on his chest. Come on.
Yeah,
man.
he does. This is Drake we talking about.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
puts
went
it
back and
all out
listened to
there.
some of their. Yeah, but I went back and listened to some of his other projects, and I didn't hear it not like I heard it on this one. Like he does address things, but normally it's not
As
really
in your
about.
face, as just like straight to the point.
Yeah.
But at
That's
what
when.
point?
Okay, go ahead.
But at what point in his career has he ever really faced anything like this that he's facing now? Right? Like
What is he facing?
Well, your whole label can be going like it's going belly. Like you don't know what's happening. He's in flux.
He ain't worried
He
about
ain't
the
facing
label.
that.
I think if anything,
Get outta
he's
here.
facing,
yeah,
he's on
Drake could be good solo any
Bruh,
label he goes
thank
to.
you.
I'm just saying.
stressing over.
No,
Man.
he's not stressed about that. Believe
You don't think
that.
he's stressed?
Yeah.
Hell no.
If anything, he probably feels free.
Running the game.
If anything.
Come on,
Drake
man.
could go anywhere
Yeah.
he
I
wants.
agree.
Like when he dropped this, people were buying this left and right. You on Twitter, man, you seeing screenshots of people buying. You go to iTunes, it's like over 7,000 ratings. They're projecting he's selling 500 copies of something that nobody even knew what was coming. He's all right.
Right.
I feel you.
He's all right. He's just
ain't
immensely popular. Yeah, so
I don't think
he's
I
gonna
don't
be
think
good.
that was on his mama's phone call, was it?
It was about people, just
No, about his label. I mean, I'm stressed about my label, man.
because he ain't worried about the label.
Yeah.
He worried about people, not respecting him because he's not black enough. That's what he said.
That makes sense.
That's valid.
Especially coming from Canada,
That's valid.
where you might be too black for one crowd, and you might be not black enough for another crowd. So for certain audiences and certain crowds, he might not be black enough. Like they may look at him, like the few black people that are there, they may look at a half black guy and be like, man, you ain't down like that. And then when he goes to another crowd of all white people, and they're like, nigger, get out of here.
Right, and then you come to America.
With the R, hard R.
You're light skinned because light skin ain't in. So then you get the light skin jokes and people joking about you, memes everywhere.
I'm sick of it.
So
I'll tell you that much.
huh?
I'm really tired of hearing about that.
About what?
The light skin struggle. I don't want to hear about that
Oh.
anymore. Never again. Get the fuck out of here.
You're not light skinned. It's not a problem for you. Why you
No
got a
shit. I
problem?
don't want to hear about it. Like, quit whining. The few people that
I
do
don't
whine
think
about
there's a
that, I'm just like,
light-skinned
shut
struggle.
up.
Yeah, I don't what the fuck is a light skin struggle, man?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
And I'm like the lightest of the light.
Yeah, you damn sure are.
So
Well, you're not really black though, so you don't
And
count.
people don't know that though.
but neither is Drake.
He's black.
Yeah, he's black.
His daddy blacker than motherfucker.
His daddy is.
That make him black.
He's black.
So.
Ask the clan what he is. They ain't gonna say he's half.
Right.
That's true.
He's a nigger, just like you.
Just like he's nigga.
Just like
What
you.
about you, B? What you got, man?
I think out of all the Drake projects, yeah, this is probably my least favorite out of all of them. I mean, even the previous, even when we reviewed it, Nothing Was the Same. It was some gems here and there that I got out of that one. Even though I didn't really care for it overall, but it was still some gems I got out of this one. But this one, I mean, Preach was awful. Who was that on Preach?
I love
Was that
McConan.
Drake? Huh?
Nah, I love McConan, right? I think that was I love McConan.
I thought that was that party
Party Next Door.
next door. Who is that?
Oh, that's somebody he signed.
Yeah,
That's somebody he
yeah.
signed.
Oh
to
my
his label.
God, he need to party around the block. That shit was awful, dude. He was awful. That was so bad.
Oh, he's a party around the
Yeah.
block.
Yeah, dog. Like I mean, I didn't get nothing. Like I said, 6 p.m. in New York was the Drake that I pretty much liked, or at least became a fan of at first. Cause I know he did like 5 a.m. in Dallas. Something it took me back to those tracks. The second part of Know Yourself, when he was like, something you already let me. That beat was banging.
Is that the one where he says riding in my city with my woes?
You know
how
what?
the story
like
goes.
that shit.
Yeah, that shit was hard. I like that too.
I was on my retarded shit on that one because that's because the beat.
Yeah,
banged.
the beat
I love the beat. The beat knocked on that motherfucker.
So you didn't like the production?
It was okay. It was more just Drake, I guess, more so than anything. The production was cool. It was just like, dude, this is what his 4th album is like. You're not showing like you would think an artist. if he's so good or whatever, you would think he would show some progression or something. But it's like I ain't really seeing no growth for Drake. And it's even though if you want to call it a pre-album or whatever, it's nothing but a mixtape, Beezy. So what? He put it out there for y'all to buy it. And you should expect some good quality work. And I thought this was to me, this is by far my least favorite project of Drake out of all his albums. I even like Take Care better than this.
I didn't like this shit at all. This was shitty even for Drake. Like, God, I mean, I can't say it's his worst product. I mean, they're all bad, but this one, I was just like, dude, it sounded so unfocused and uninspired. Like, this just dropped at midnight.
Yeah.
It sounded like he came up with the idea and started recording this at 9:59 and dropped the shit at midnight. There was nothing interesting to me about this. Like, it didn't even sound like Drake has the quality of his albums are there. I just don't particularly care for them. Mm-hmm. This didn't even sound quality. Like, the beats were all drab, and then his monotonous, monotone ass voice for 17 songs of him moan rapping. No. No. When I pull up on a nigga, tell that nigga bad. No. And then there's certain songs where he's doing, I'm glad you brought up that Rick Ross thing, he's doing the same shit Rick Ross does. He's trying to sound like he is hood or some shit. Like,
and I don't want to stop you yet.
No, go ahead.
But because I'm with you on this one. Because like I feel like that. Like what I've always loved about Drake is that he kind of does his own thing.
Right.
Whereas
He's
this one, like you said, it's influenced by Rick Ross. Even Young Thug. Even Young Thug. He didn't say that.
Oh.
But I hear that, and I hear Young Thug. But he like do that. He was doing that shit in the. He was doing that shit. Like I'm like, man, come on, man. Like
he was even biting Migos.
That's what I'm saying. It's like.
But
it wasn't Drake.
It doesn't matter. It gives you free reign to bite them.
Right.
No, that's whack. Like
Right.
I think it was Know Yourself. Yeah, I think it was Know Yourself.
Right.
Where
You
it
said
felt
on
like
you do it on Know Yourself.
Wow. I didn't think of that.
Like
I didn't
what?
think of that. It was like when he says, I got these bitches asking for the code to the Wi-Fi so they can talk about the timeline.
Right.
That was it.
That's bars?
Yeah, that was it.
But that's energy?
Yeah, that was it.
I was like, what is he doing?
I didn't understand it.
I still don't understand it. Like, this just didn't seem organized. Like B said, it didn't seem organized. It didn't seem like it was very thought out. It seemed like he just put some shit together and just dropped it because he knew that people would eat it up. Now the thing about it is, the only thing I will say is, he rapped for a whole project. Now everybody knows I don't like Drake rapping. I would have preferred he gave me an album of him singing. I'm still waiting for him to do that.
Especially right before Valentine's Day. When I saw it, I thought maybe he was gonna.
That would have been cool, actually.
I thought it was gonna be a little bit more singing and playing to that crowd.
That would have been cool. He didn't do that. He totally dropped the ball on that. He could have done like Gambino did with Kawhi and done. Let me just give you guys real quick this whole R&B album. Because I think Drake can sing. I just don't really care for him rapping. And this shit, I couldn't take any of this serious. 10 bands? Come on, dude. That doesn't even sound like Drake. The majority of this project to me didn't sound like Drake. It sounded like Drake trying to be somebody else. And I don't see what the point in that is. Drake is the king of his genre. Nobody's touching him. He does what he does best. So why are you trying to do something completely different? Now, granted, this is a pre-album, so maybe he just wanted to get a whole bunch of rapping off his chest. And he's gonna go back to what he does best with his, whatever the other album is that's coming out. The Bitch in Me, what's it called?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
Oh.
But the other album, his actual.
Yeah, his actual album that's supposed to come out during the summertime. Yeah. Maybe he's just going back to doing that on the album. Like maybe this is like that Slaughterhouse situation. We want to get a bunch of rapping out of the way, and then we're gonna drop this But
also, but I also think that contractually, like this, because it was dropped under Cash Money, I think that had some motivation behind it too, to just get it out. So so the whole unfocused and it not sounding like it probably is, and I think that all of that was factored in.
But that's what we're saying. Yeah.
No, I know.
That's the problem. I'm not gonna give him a pass because he's trying to get out of his fucking contract.
I'm not disagreeing.
But no, I know. I'm just saying. I'm not gonna be like, oh well, it was unfocused and uninspired because he was rushing it out to get off his contract. but you still want my $13, and you still want to be heralded as this amazing artist. But you just, in my opinion, I joke around a lot about Drake. I don't particularly think he makes bad music. He does not make music that I want to hear. I can't see how this is not a blemish on his career, because there's nothing interesting or innovative about this. Drake is a very innovative artist. I just don't like what he does. But this,
It's not.
there's nothing. This is not even creative. It's a bunch of drab, blah beats and his drab, blah rapping. The whole album has the same, just sad, depressing feel, and then he's just da 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 da.
Those beats are hard though, man.
Oh, hard to fucking listen to. Hard to make it through without going to fucking sleep.
Fuck that. Look. I give you that the overall project has the same feel. It is very
Drab,
depressing.
I'm gonna use hard.
But I just thought the beats themselves, like the mood is very somber, very down. But that doesn't mean that the beats can't be dope.
The beats were boring.
Man, fuck that. The beats were dope.
Okay, you can think
That's
they're
cool.
dope all you want.
I know.
Well, fuck, you put it in your car
I know.
all day long.
You
You
damn
driving
right.
around this bullshit. But me? But I mean, I'm sure nobody's is surprised that I don't like this. I don't like the way Drake raps, and I think it doesn't even sound like he's rapping well on this. Like, I've heard better bars from Drake before. This to me felt like a step down. So I just don't get it. I really expected, even his core fans, I really expected them to be like, what are you doing, Drake?
I mean, that's
they
how I
love
was.
it.
No, I don't.
No, not you. I mean, you're not really like a Drake stan like that, but
He's a fan though.
But I'm a fan of Drake, and I
You
don't
didn't
like
like
it.
this?
No.
It's the same way. Cause she liked Drake, and she was
Yeah.
like, "This is some bullshit, man." I was like, "See."
So Rob, there was nothing on. So so the whole thing just go hard in the recycle bin. There's not like, okay.
I'm
I
not
like
saying
this,
they
I
go
like
hard
that.
in the recycle bin, but it's just like that's not the Drake I want. You know what I'm saying? I like Drake for a specific reason, but I always said this. I respect and I appreciate him just sticking to what he does, no matter what anybody says. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't do that here. As a matter of fact, he even complained about it. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, damn. Not only that you're not doing it, you complain about people. You're complaining about people saying
Cloning your style.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, what the hell? And it just wasn't focused. It wasn't focused at all. So I think I tweeted like right after I heard, I was like, I really hope this is just a mixtape. You know what I'm saying? And it's just you really trying to just put the music. I didn't think it was cool that he tried to sell it with this bullshit. Cause somebody hit me up was like, yo, should I buy this? I was like, let me put it like this and let you decide. I was like, when was the last mixtape you bought? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I didn't like it, man.
See, I think I like the fact that he did change up from what he's done before.
But he didn't change up for the better though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He changed up to sound like other people.
right, that's not him.
And that's not
He was
him.
even necessarily sounding like there were maybe in spots, but I don't think as a whole he was sounding like.
Give me an
a lot of
example.
other
This was
people.
an original
Give me
style.
give me
The way he was
examples.
rapping was
There were one or two that you guys mentioned that I agree with, but I think as a whole, I think there are a lot of flows for that are original for him.
And you saying the flows were
No,
good?
listen to what Ken just said. He's trying to play word games. Was original for him. This whole thing is original for him. With the hip hop industry, this shit is very, very, very average. He's trying to sound like other rappers in the industry. You just said it yourself. This was very original for him. Are these sounds original, period? Who sounded like Drake when Drake dropped his first mixtape?
Oh, nobody was sounding like So Far Gone.
Who sounded like Drake on Take Care?
Oh yeah, that don't lie. That was all him. But he started to shift.
Are you okay?
No, but I still think like for me, I hear Drake doing something different than I guess the fact
for
that.
him, but not for the entire industry.
Right.
But still think about this. As huge as he is, right? Think about his huge fan base.
Right.
Do you guys do you agree that he's taking a risk by doing something like this?
Not really.
He's stepping away from the singing stuff that people like. Think about
Think about what he just did. He released this as a surprise, and then last minute charged y'all for it, but then still says there's another album coming
I feel
out.
you.
Just
I
in
feel
case
you.
you don't
I feel you.
feel this.
I feel you.
He's not taking a risk.
But what I'm saying is that Rod said this isn't what he wanted. He wanted what Drake is known for doing. Now, and he's a fan. He likes Drake. I like Drake too, so I'm not gonna exclude him out as well. But for him to venture away from that and to put this out and to charge $13.99 and for him to receive the response, there could have been a backlash from his core audience saying, this isn't what I want. I like the singing and the rapping.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I think for him this is a risk. And he had a way out. If there was the backlash, if there was more people like Rod, people like, well, you know, it's kind of like my throwaway album, it's kind of like a mixtape. So he could have did that.
But he did do it. He did do it. He
said that.
He tweeted out, said with the album cover text and stuff. He's like, how y'all liking my mixtape?
Oh, my bad. I didn't know that.
Okay,
I didn't know that.
Here, okay. So after this,
I know
are
you
you
tweeted
interested in
that
hearing
out.
his album that comes out in the summer? Are you still interested in hearing what he does in the summer?
Yeah, because I feel like this isn't like a throwaway.
No risk taken.
Yeah.
No risk taken, because I
get what
guarantee
you're
you,
saying, but I
everyone
think-
has that same mentality that Rod has.
Yeah.
This is just one thing, and it's not gonna ruin
Right.
his legacy.
Yeah, and when you're that big, it's not. Just like for you with 808 and Heartbreaks and Kanye.
Yeah, you still came back to Kanye.
Huh?
I was backing you up.
Oh, okay. No, I was lost.
I'm on your side.
Yeah,
That was a good point.
But
you
yeah,
got.
like with 808 and Heartbreaks, like that works.
I'm out.
Hey, I got
But yeah, I think like I've always
But,
said, once
but,
you hit
to,
a
but to
certain
your
level,
point though, I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, and I was a Kanye fan. There could have been a lot of people that have been saying the same thing. But I guess to your point, there were people that were loving 808s and Heartbreak. But I think it was still kind of divided, wasn't it?
It was very divided.
Yeah,
And I think this is
So
divided
could have
too,
been the
because there's a
same
lot of
thing
people
with
saying
this
they
too.
like it, and I'm like, what
There's a
about
lot of
Yeah,
people
there's a lot of
like
people say they
this.
love it.
Okay, yeah, I was like, man, and I think those are stands,
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think whoever like truly, oh my God, this is because I done seen some people say that this is a classic, and I'm
You
like,
gotta disregard all that.
Yeah, you can't listen to shit like
I'm like, no.
But just the response has been positive. Yeah, which look again. I'm surprised because he's not doing what he's done on the previous 4 albums.
But people like him rapping. That's the thing. People like the way Drake raps. So I wouldn't be surprised people love this. At least not now. I was at the very, very beginning, because when I first heard this, I was like, okay, I want to hear y'all Drake fans defend this shit. This sounds so boring. And then people were. They were like, this is amazing. I love it. Drake raps. He's spitting. I like Drake rapping, and Drake's rapping for a whole mixtape. So I'm cool with it. So I'm like, okay, cool. Whatever you say.
hey Drake, man, if you watching, keep coming with them beats. I don't fuck with everything you do, but whatever I fuck with, I'll let you know. I'm good.
I like that you're not, that you kind of ventured away from, the normal stuff you did with the last, 3 or 4 albums. So I'm cool with it. I like the beats, man. I have no issues. I'm straight.
You charging people for this, so you should put some thought into this project, like your previous work that you've made. So other than that, I didn't care for this. 6 p.m. in New York, that's all I got out of this.
If you're reading this, it's too late. I done killed myself.
Talking to Bird.
That's how this shit made. No, he ain't. He's talking to the world. He's
So you say he killed his career with it?
no, he didn't kill his career. His career is fine.
No, yeah, it's fine.
This just sounds like this is a fucking suicide note. And that's how it made me feel. It made me feel depressed. If you're reading
thought you
this,
said you
it's
like
too
the
late.
depressive
If it's
music.
good. It has to be good. This was depressing. It was
How
depressing.
you feel, man?
Mr. Graham.
Drizzy.
No, I'm not calling no motherfucking man Drizzy. I'm sorry.
You want some Drizzy on the side?
Now, he the one that said call him Drizzy. What you asking me for? Only thing I can say, no, you ain't gotta listen to me. I'm probably whatever. You don't care about haters, but give me an R&B album, please. Just give me an R&B album. I like your singing. I like the way you get your point across through your words sometimes when you're singing. Just this fucking wannabe Migos 2 Chainz bullshit. I'm not feeling this. Don't do this shit no more. Don't listen to Ken. I think Ken lying.
So would that be the first R&B album reviewed on Dead and Hip Hop that Drake came out
No,
with?
you wouldn't review that shit. But I would. If it was good, I'd go on record saying it was good. I think Drake can hold a note. I think if he did an R&B album, I would enjoy it. So I really wish he would just do that. I don't need. And here, okay, you know what? All that shit, scratch. Listen, Drake, you are a very creative artist. Same thing I say about Lil Wayne. Drake is a very creative artist. Just because I don't fuck with your music does not mean you're not creative. Stay creative. There's no point in you blending in with everybody. You don't need to. They need to be blending in with you because you're at the top of the fucking game. So why are you now trying to sound like them? Make them chase you. That's not what you're doing with this project.